A very important part of every web page is linking. It's how we connect the pages together and let our customers browse around to get more information about the content we're publishing. It's all accomplished with one tag, the anchor or A tag. In this lesson, we'll take a look at several variations that let us control what we link to and how the link will appear. To get started, I'll open up the Section 4 folder, and we'll try out this link sample page in the browser. Here you can see several items we need to link up. And if I roll the cursor over the text in each case, you can clearly see that there's no link there yet. The easiest link to start with is an internal link, and we use those to navigate to our own site pages. Here in the Section 4 folder, I have an Other Pages folder, and it has several pages that we can link to. So for our first example, let's set up a link to page 1 here. Let's open up the link sample page in our text editor. And here, underneath the H2 tag, is the text that we want to link. So to start things off, I'll set up an A tag in front of the text. And to set up our link, we need to use the href attribute again, which is short for Hypertext Reference. This works just like the href we used in the link tag for our CSS style sheet, and also the source attributes we used for the image tags. For the value, I'll just type in a path to our page. It's in the Other Pages folder. Then I'll type / and the name of the file. Now we just finish out the brackets for our tag, and then down at the end of the text that we want included in the link, we'll just close the tag. Now I'll just save our page, and over in the browser we'll refresh, and now you can see our text looks like the default link style. We've got blue text with an underline for the linked words. And of course, when we click it, it takes us over to the page. Notice down here on the linked page, we have a place where we can make a link back to the original page. So let's open that page up in the text editor as well. I'll make this link the same way. I'll start out an A tag in front of the text that we want to use for our link, and add the href attribute. This time we have something a little different though. The page we want to link to is not in this folder, it's in the parent folder above this one. To get the link to go up a folder, we just use // first, and then the file name. If you ever need to navigate up a few folders, just type // for each folder you need to go up until you get to the place where your file is located. Now, of course, we need to close that tag here after the text that we want linked. And I made sure that my A tag is completely nested inside the P tag that we had here before. Now let's just save that change. And we'll go back over to our browser and refresh. We can see our text has the link style, and if we click it now, we'll go back to the original page. Now, next I want to try to link to a page that's outside of our site. External links are set up exactly the same, but instead of a short link to the local folder, you need to include the entire URL address for the page. To try this out, I have an address here that'll take us to the Wikipedia front page. When you need to do this yourself, it's easiest just to go to the page you want to link to in your browser and then copy the full path out of the address bar. So let's go back to our link sample document and we'll set this up. Here I'll start out the A tag in front of our address, use the href attribute again, and this time I'll just use what we have type here for our href address. We still need some text here, so I'll just type in the word Wikipedia, and then of course close the tag like before. Now we do have another attribute for the tag that we can try out right here, which controls where the link will open. Normally, a new page will appear in the tab or browser window that you click the link from, and that's how our links have worked so far. For this external link, I'll add in the target attribute. And for a value, I'll type _blank. That indicates that we want the link to open up in a new browser tab instead of the original one. Let's save that change. And we'll go out to the browser and refresh the page. This time, when I click on the link, you can see that our original tab is still there, and the link opens up in its new tab. And here we have the Wikipedia main homepage. The _blank target is especially useful when linking to pages that are off of your site, since your page is still easy to get back to, and your users can continue where they left off. Now we can also set up links on images in the same way. Let's go back to our document. And I'll just add an anchor tag before the image tag. Let's link this one to the second linked page. It's in the Other Pages folder, and it's just linked page 2. Kind of like the text, we want to make sure that the image is inside the anchor tag. So I'll close the anchor tag down here below it. Let's save and refresh. And now the first thing you see is that the cursor does change to a hand to indicate that we've got a link here. And when I click it, we go off to link page 2 now. Now there's one last link variation I want to show you. You can set up a link that goes to an email address as well. I'll go back underneath our image, and first I'll add a line break, and then I'll just add the words "Contact Us" underneath it. I want this link to go to an email address. So for starters, we'll set it up just like the earlier ones. I'll start my A tag in front of the text, and we'll add in our href attribute. This time, I'll use the words "mail to" without any spaces, and a colon afterwards. And then I can add in any email address I want. Now, if you also wanted to include a subject for your email, just go back to the address and first add a question mark after it and type the word subject, and we'll set that equal to whatever we want our subject to be. Like before, we want to finish off the tag and close the tag after the text. And let's go ahead and save this change. We'll go back to our original page and refresh. And when we click on Contact Us this time, you'll notice that it opens up my email client. It sets the email address in the To field, and it sets our subject up as well. Well, now we've seen most of the types of links we can make. In the next lesson, we'll go over linking to specific parts of your content instead of whole pages.